Hi, back to the next episode, and this is Dragon Lab Lair by Nat Gaming. Gave this an 11, and the judges gave it an 18. I think that's just because some of the judges at base are more forgiving than I am, which is fine. But I think that is why a lot of these lower scores, I'm just lower than them, even if I agree with the order. Because there were some people, like Pyro, who gave everything a, like, 10? At least? Like, I think Cardinal Man was even, like, a 10 from her, probably. Where I'm like, nah, I gotta earn everything. I don't really remember, like, I've played through this level several times, I know it. But I can't really remember a lot. Okay. It's just because this level has nothing going for it. Where the common thing between all of the levels so far is that they don't really, I feel like, have an end goal of, like, what do they want the level to be. It's just they made something. I feel like very few of these have had a actual theme. They've had very few like, real ideas, and they tried to do anything with them. Yes, something original did more, but even so, none of these levels have an idea. They're just, if you switch the graphics, it doesn't really change much on the level, because there's no real theme to these, which will soon be ending. Levels further on will have some theme, some idea behind them. Okay, useless Yoku block. But, like, I guess the Electman blocks reappear just fine. But they don't. This level doesn't really try to accomplish anything and doesn't really get anything. Okay. Oh man, I think you're weak to Wheel Cutter. You totally are, but I would die if I did that. Bees, then. This level just happens. Okay. I gave it an 11. Who scored this decently? Again, Pyro is just very... Yeah, and so is Gary. Why is this, in my opinion, a 25 out of 50? Is, halfway... is like an average level, and this is significantly worse than what I'd consider to be average. Next one, also, I agree. Colorful Hall's better. This level I considered giving my least favorite to. I did not. Red number 1. I don't like this level. And, like, and here's the thing. This level, as bad as it is, I feel like tries to do something. I just think it's really not fun to play. Most of the first, like, half of it are just kind of annoying screens. Like this. This is fine. The one before it, I feel like not using weapons on it can just lead to a bad time very quickly. Green 2. However, it does have the color gimmick, where, while I don't think it's interesting, I feel like it's more interesting than what any of the other levels up to this point have done. I can learn and use logic. There we go. I think there's a ladder. Ah, it's a downwards ladder. Interesting. Purple 3? Oh, blue. Okay, that's blue. This looks like a purple to me. Please comment below. Is this purple or blue to you? Okay, I can't use Slash Claw on you, which is kind of disappointing because fighting a Sniper Joe without Slash Claw is just disappointment. Where again, I don't think these levels really have a gimmick. They don't... my left ear just started to ring. A lot. Weird. Okay. Well, I'm dying. Bye, guys. Yeah, these levels don't really try to accomplish much. That's weird and janky. It has some noble nickels, I think. Yeah, I'm also probably missing a lot of nickels, but sometimes they're just in stupid spots. Probably some of the later nickels are either fun challenges or they're worth talking about. Or both. So I'll be going for those more often. I recall that puzzle giving me a fair amount of trouble. I recall it giving a lot of people a fair amount of trouble. Yeah, new wheel cutter up there. I don't really have anything to prove. I feel like if you're watching it at this point, it's probably because my commentary, not because you want to see every part of the game. My eyes are, like, kind of glazing over, or like, you know that tired, like, glazing over? Yeah, that's how I feel. I had Italian food not very long ago. It was quite good, but also it was kind of late. So now I'm feeling sleepy. Fantastic. Excuse me? Right, okay. So, you can go down... Do I want to play a memory game? 3 freeze, that should be blue. Shrek Forever After. I think it's 3. I didn't even... Okay. So you go through a weird memory game, or you can go over here and fight... I think it's just Gutsman. Oh wait, that's the wrong one. Yeah, so this memory game, while it's not great, and like, it kind of just forces you to play through the level again, and it's not a good level. I feel like it's significantly better than, I guess it's an idea compared to the other ones. I, for some reason, think it's this one. No, it's the middle one. Forcing you to just play through the level again is kind of like, why? Especially when it's not a fun level to begin with. Which is why I considered it for my least favorite. And... oh, right. The acid spawners. Again, where I feel like this level is more annoying in some ways than some of the, especially Dragon Lab Lair, I feel like it at least attempts more. There was more of an effort. Like, there's not a ton of effort. There's about as much effort as I put into fighting Gutsman right there. Just forcing you to play through the level twice is tedious. It's not fun. And I make it seem like I don't like extra energy elements. It's that these multiple energy elements are not done well, and usually add to like making it more tedious. Because I don't think any of the levels so far should have had extra energy elements, because they're basically on the path, or just part of the main level, like Rush City or Cardinal Man. This level, while it's an extra idea, the memory thing is dumb. I don't know. Again, I seem to disagree with Pyro and Gary because they have really high scores. Actually, it's not even their commentary I really disagree with. I just don't agree with their numbers. I'm going to be hopping to another tier again because, yes. Because there's a level from tier 3, which I apparently didn't like because, you know, Chomp Man. This level's kind of... The boss is endearing. I like the boss. It's endearing as hell, but the stage is so... it's a thing. It's like playing Contra, except you play as Mega Man. So it's just kind of... Let me throw as much shit at you as I can very quickly. Bleh. Playing through this level without special weapons, what am I... Oh, okay. Special weapon time. I recall most of this level I just kept Triple Blade on. Oh my god, why am I being stupid? Yeah, because, like... Oh my god, Spread Fire? Oh my god, doing more damage to enemies? That's like a dream come true. That's what I've always wanted for Christmas, Mom. I guess it makes some of these things, more bearable. Like, there's too many enemies. Reduce the amount of enemies. There's not a lot of this. I feel like you can try to keep a densely packed enemy level, but this is just not... Or mostly enemy challenges. But these aren't fun. Also, I like how I like the way this level looks. Or I think I appreciate it because it's clever, like... I think most of these are base tiles, except mashed together to make one tile set. And while it's janky, I can appreciate turning it into something else. So these RNG mines are awful. But that's more of an engine problem than the design of this. I actually kind of like using, the guys on the ski jets in a non and like a not you're on a ski jet as well section. Okay. I didn't need to get that nickel, but I did. Okay, and I died because of it. Thank you, level, for making suffering. And trying to do this level buster only is just not fun. Like, you definitely can, but you're just gonna find a lot more moments where you have to go at a really slow pace. And it's just not worth it. Can I kill you from up here? I can. Oh, this is what I didn't like. I didn't like how some of the tiles are really hard to tell foreground from background. That's the only thing I don't like about the way it looks. Otherwise, I find it clever. Instead of just, let me remake Napalm Man stages. There are 1 or 2 levels like that. Or let me remake this stage and just design it differently. It has the exact same look. This one at least has its own identity. Like, it's mostly, I think, it's a lot of napalm, but also mixes in Waveman tiles, and that's kind of cool. It doesn't stop the level from being designed like trash garbage. I'm gonna take a shot. Like, this level's gimmick is enemy spam. No, shush you. I almost wish there was a consequence for doing that red one instead of just the you're required to. Unless there was and I didn't notice, in which case it's a poor consequence. I soft-locked in here once and I'm not entirely sure how. I jumped into an area I wasn't supposed to. I think it was up here somehow. I don't remember what I did. But I totally soft-locked when I judged, and I got kind of upset. Wait, did I write it down as a note for Chumpman? I just wrote down you can soft-block. Thanks, John, for being really good at doing this. I also didn't write reviews, like, full-on stuff for my things, because I kind of was like, this LP is more of my, commentary, and my, rather than the, geez. I'm gonna E-Tank. I don't want to redo this. That is some really intense wind. I'm losing interest in this level already. Also, this level's kind of long. You can skip that. This part's dumb. I remember there's a way you can accidentally kill yourselves on these, because it's the two of them to get shut. I don't remember exactly how. There's a way that you can, like, have yourself fall off. This crash lift section just shouldn't be a thing. I don't even know what hit me. It was probably his hitbox. Yeah. F you. Let me try lower this time. Hey, heck you too. I should probably just try this section legit, but it's... These crash lifts, it's just another place for enemies to annoy you. For the enemy spam gimmick to get annoying. There's a different level where the double crash lifts were an issue. Yeah, that section happens. I feel like this LP is really negative. I don't want it to be. I want to talk about levels that I really enjoy playing. Or levels that are more interesting to shit on. I don't know. Is this Chumpman? I am finally a Chumpman. Oh, please, just don't. Okay, here we go. Right, there's no lives in this game. Why did I check for lives? I was curious if it was worth using E-Tank, but here's Chumpman. Who's a very strange boss, but is actually kind of decent. He's not very hard, I'm just bad at fighting bosses. He's a funny boss. Like, this is just so dumb, but, like, in the right way. Like, this guy's a dork. I feel like you have to jump a little later. Probably. That's probably what I'm doing wrong. Boss battles are not my forte in Mega Man. Okay. There we go. Chump Man dead. Is that the first and last? 20 minutes. Damn.